Today on Music Meanderings, we take a look at classic rock's top one-hit wonders. Lunatic Fringe, Red Rider, 1981. A decade before Tom Cochrane had the solo hit Life is a Highway, he fronted the Canadian band Red Rider. Cochrane says he was inspired to write Lunatic Fringe after reading about Raoul Wallenberg, a man who helped protect thousands of Hungarian Jews during World War II. Red Rider did have more than one hit in Canada, but never made it on the Billboard pop charts. That didn't stop the song from getting a ton of airplay on album-oriented rock stations, though, and it can still be heard today. Vehicle, The Ides of March, 1970. Before Jim Petrick was in Survivor, the Eye of the Tiger band, he was the lead singer and guitarist of The Ides of March. Jim wrote Vehicle about his ex-girlfriend, Karen. The two dated, broke up, and then Karen started calling and asking Jim to drive her places, hence the song theme and title. Jim and Karen eventually got back together. In fact, they've been married for more than 40 years. Complete with a rousing brass section that led to blood, sweat, and tears comparisons, Vehicle made it all the way up to number 2 on the Hot 100. Blues Image, Ride Captain Ride, 1970. Blues Image lead singer Mike Panera and keyboardist Skip Conti wrote Ride Captain Ride together. The band needed another track for the album, and the song came together in a short amount of time. Blues Image split up soon after the release of Ride Captain Ride. The song went on to sell more than 1 million copies in 1970. Mike Panera joined Iron Butterfly, and Skip Conti went on to play with Three Dog Night from 1973 to 1976. Driver's Seat, Sniffin' the Tears, 1978. The lyrics of Driver's Seat tell of a person feeling lost after the end of a relationship. The song was a big hit everywhere, but in Sniffin' the Tears' homeland of Britain. The song reached the top 20 in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the United States, as well as the top 10 in the Netherlands. However, the band broke up almost immediately after the album's release. In a matter of months, 3 members had all left the group to pursue other interests. Black Betty, Ram Jam, 1977. Ram Jam's opening riff to Black Betty came blasting through radios in the summer of 1977. However, the original Black Betty recording goes all the way back to 1939 from legendary bluesman Huddy Leadbelly Ledbetter. The short-lived New York City band Ram Jam took Leadbelly's 59-second-long song, rearranged it, and released their own version, which became an instant hit with listeners, reaching number 18 on the singles charts in the U.S. and going top 10 in the U.K. and Australia. Mississippi Queen, Mountain, 1970. Guitarist Leslie West was extremely influential on a lot of bands that would follow after Mountain. According to Song Facts, West explained the song's main chords and riffs were written down quickly on a napkin. Considered a rock classic long before the phrase "more cowbell" was coined, Mississippi Queen was Mountain's most successful single, reaching number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1970, and the song is included on the group's debut album. Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, Rick Derringer, 1973. Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo qualifies Rick Derringer as a one-hit wonder, but he also had success when playing guitar with the McCoys, along with Edgar and Johnny Winter. The song was first recorded in 1970 by Johnny Winter and his band when Derringer was a member. In 1973, Derringer recorded his solo version, which was his only top 40 chart hit as a solo artist in the U.S. It became a staple of 1970s classic rock radio and rock music compilations. Spirit in the Sky, Norman Greenbaum, 1969. Singer-songwriter Norman Greenbaum had 4 songs chart on the Hot 100 in the U.S. during his career. However, only one made it into the top 40, peaking at number 3 on the charts. More than 50 years after its release, Spirit in the Sky is still a classic rock favorite. The single became a gold record in the United States, selling 2 million copies from 1969 to 1970. Showing the strength of a great song, Doctor and the Medics reached number 1 on the UK singles chart with their version of Spirit in the Sky in 1986. Never Been Any Reason, Head East, 1975. The first single by Illinois band Head East from their debut album, Flat as a Pancake, was composed by the band's guitarist Mike Somerville and is often considered Head East's signature song. Never Been Any Reason only peaked at number 68 on the Billboard Hot 100, but the song continues to be played on classic rock radio in the U.S. generations after it was released. Turn Up the Radio, Autograph, 1984. A song by Los Angeles glam metal band Autograph, released as the lead single from the band's 1984 debut album, Sign In Please. The song peaked at number 29 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 in 1985. The video received a significant amount of airplay on MTV, which boosted sales and popularity. Fun fact, the video was partially funded by the company Papermate, thanks to a product placement deal worked out by the band's manager. She realized that the album title, Sign In Please, presented a golden opportunity for a promotional deal with the pen and pencil company. I'm Mike Lamneck. Please like, comment below, and subscribe to Music Meanderings.